Hey, good morning, and welcome to our live YouTube session on 103.9 The Fox, Flint, Michigan, USA, live morning radio, and we'll take a look behind the scenes of it. Hopefully be able to stay on after we're done doing the live. You'll be able to see the replay. Unfortunately, yesterday's show did not get to stay with us in replay form. We got blocked because we violated copyright, so we didn't get to stay on there. Today, let's find out how it goes. Johnny and Steph are in the studio to myself, and they've got a guest that they're going to talk to in just a minute. And then you and I will chat during the music and the commercials for the next little while on Wednesday, the 22nd of October, which happens to be National Nut Day today. So we are getting a reassembly of the people who have been with us so far this morning and welcoming those who are new to our group. Rob Suka's here from Finland. Good afternoon. Rob Suka. Sheila's here with the sunshine from Bay City, Michigan, land of the Three Bridges. Another song before we get into our interview that they have set up with a Kiss tribute band. I guess the fellow that they're talking to is the one who plays the part of Gene Simmons during those Kiss shows that they play. And Eric is here from California just in time to hear that. Welcome again. I think, let's see what's going on here. Okay, it's up to 84 everywhere. 44 right now, Fahrenheit. It's been raining much of the morning. The next couple days aren't going to be too pretty. Friday's going to be gorgeous to end the week. As a fall day goes, it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be in the lower 50s, but a lot of sunshine all day, it appears. Based on the forecast. Mel is back. Good evening, Mel. Hopefully your Wednesday has been just wonderful. What's been going on? And you know, you guys, and we've talked about this before, Mel, but you guys have snakes over there, and they come up in... Okay, the question that Linda's asking is, hump day, act accordingly. What does that mean, actually? It means act like a camel, of course. Of course. Spending family time today. There you go. There you go. Tina has rejoined us. So is Chris. South Wales, New South Wales. Australia. Guy called for help when a venomous tiger snake slithered across his foot while he was a passenger in his car. Tanny Parsons said he was riding in the passenger seat of his car when a friend drove on the far south coast of New South Wales. He felt something touch his bare foot. And it turned out to be a venomous tiger snake. Spit on people. Some people are inspired to do that. Some people are inspired to do that, unfortunately. Yeah. Have you ever, Mel, you've got snakes, I don't know, you got them in Queensland, I assume. We've talked about that. In fact, I think we've talked about that with Mr. Mel. On occasion, about how you guys possibly run across them every once in a while. Rob Suka really wants a return to the saloon. I still got to find the key to the damn... I've still got a lock on the front door because I didn't think that... I thought I was going to sell it. I thought that I was going to sell the saloon. Nobody's bought it. Who the hell wants that? It's just loaded with Fireball in the one corner. But I got to find a way to break into that thing now. Even if I have to bust through a window.
November 1st. Yeah. And these guys are freaking awesome. We've been watching them on the internet, but they did not call like they were supposed to. So
apparently they're keeping rock star hours.
In just a minute, sometime this hour, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to that event. The Kiss tribute band is going to be there on November 1st at the FIM.
Guess they don't have their guests they thought they would. That has happened more than once to us. People who perform at night typically are sometimes hard to roust out of bed in the morning. I mean, look at you guys. how difficult it is for you, and you perform during the day, not even at night.
Detroit Rock City in
Except Mel
Wisconsin.
Mel, she's the one who's at night here.
See what they're all about and what you might get a taste of at the Capitol Theater. That video is now up on the Fox Facebook page.
103.9 The Fox, hello out there.
Hey, Johnny, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If I go by and drop my name in the Dropbox for the 4x4, can I still try to call and register?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you don't have to buy anything at Nordride to leave an entry in the box.
Right, and by the way, also, if you do get registered on the air here, then somehow your name does get drawn from that box, we will draw another name because you can only have
3:11 p.m. in Finland, where they're switching their clocks back this weekend. Am I right about that? Because we wait until the following weekend, November 2nd, to go back to standard time 1 hour back.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, you said 93 though, didn't you? So,
They started in 1993.
which would be longer than 26 years. It would be
Oh, yeah,
30
good point by
over
you.
30 years. But anyway, they were formed in 1993. Bill Sabetta plays the part of Gene Simmons. Then there's Gary Stevens as Paul Stanley. Matt Schroeder as Ace Frehley. Although, would he show up for this one? I guess
I would assume so. I hope they make it a special kind of show just to honor Ace for a few minutes at the Capitol Theater.
And they have a Peter Criss character, Troy Lynn. They're celebrating this long run that they've been out there, the longest running Kiss tribute band in America. They do not only the songs, though, they do the whole 9 yards.
Betcha.
They look like the band. Fire-breathing, blood-spitting, smoking guitars, authentic costumes, full makeup.
See, there's going to be somebody who spits on people right there in the show.
At the Fim Capitol Theater with tickets starting at just $35, and that includes all
It
fees.
does, and don't forget, if you're a Genesee County resident, you get a discount.
You do too, and the FIM.org is where you go for more information on this. In a little while, we're going to give you a chance to call in and win a pair of tickets to that event, so stand by for that here on 103.9 The Fox.
The Fox Home Morning Show. Johnny Burke and Steph coming up.
And we have, it's a Crazy Train Wednesday in play here, so it's F My Life time for you to call in those stories, or you can type them into the chat window you find on our 103.9 The Fox Facebook page. Here's one. Said, I spent an hour blaming my dog for a weird smell in the house. I even gave him a lecture about being a good boy. And I later realized the smell was coming from the ham and cheese omelet I had left in the microwave 2 days ago. F My Life.
Oopsie. This hour of service of Menards. Register to win a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500. Now at Menards. Sponsored by Fade Electric. See store for details. And as always, save big money at Menards.
Okay, now Tina, this entire session needs to get dressed at 8:30 because occupational therapy is coming. Once again, Tina has been performing, I guess, en naturel here for us today. We're going to get to the traffic in a second. You notice how pretty much the entire time, the last few years, Tina has kind of been the one who's been the adventurous member of the group, in the shower, waiting until company comes before all of a sudden we got to start getting dressed now. All those kinds of things. You imagine how the act had to be kind of tempered when she was in that rehab facility? Now she can, just go right back to that's what they call it, the FIM. That's what they call it, the FIM.
Saturday, February 21st, it's a disco throwdown at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Tickets for KC the Sunshine Band starting $52 and rock sale now at the box office or tickets.com.
Yeah, yesterday we did one of those evil copyright infringement mess ups, and so we ended up having to have our entire session that we did yesterday here on YouTube blocked. Usually it's just a couple of territories that we offend, but this time it was the world. No one can see what we did yesterday on YouTube on replay. It's been completely blocked because somebody really got ticked off that we played more than 3 seconds of Another One Bites the Dust. So for us, it was another one of our replays that bit the dust. Anyone else having issues with transmission? Because Sheila is.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Feature products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions and important safety information.
Okay, Rob Suka's out of here. Hoping. He's hoping against hope that when he comes back tomorrow, there's going to be a saloon to go to. He's hoping. Queen's Dust. Queen's Dust. And now, we have the other half of the equation. There's Mr. Mel Mel. Gary is here. Good day, Mr. Mel Mel. Good evening. Tina did before. And Mrs. Mel Mel is here too. Are you guys in the same location, or once again, are you on opposite sides of the country? Because we've had this happen before with you guys. One of you's here and one of you is many, many kilometers away. Oh, it's fixed. Okay, cool. Why don't we call the arts FIA or FIA? I call them and ask them and then report back what they said. I'd like to know myself. Apparently there's been transmission issues on Linda's side as well. Our problems include a crash on the ramp from northbound 75 to eastbound 69. That'll slow things in Flint Township at that section. Also, a crash involving injury in Davison Township. We're going to find that one on Lapeer Road, east of Vassar Road. Another problem that we have is in Argentine Township. It's west of the intersection of Silver Lake and Bird Roads. And in Flint, we had a crash earlier this morning. We're still working that one, Saginaw at 5th Street. Any other problems you see or can tell us about, we hope you will at 810-230-WRSR. That is 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
Traffic is a service of Big
In fact, you're in the same room as Mr. Mel Mel and Mrs. Mel Mel. There you go. Promoting togetherness, this thing does.
Topsoil, mulch, stone, and sand. Check out Vertiblock retaining walls and seawalls. Find out more at BigLandscapeSupplies.com. Like them on Facebook. And now, let's get big and busy.
All right, if you want those tickets to the film for next Saturday, not this Saturday, but a week from this Saturday, Strutter, the Kiss Tribute Band will be there at 8 o'clock on November 1st. That's Saturday night, a week from this coming Saturday. And all you got to do is be the third caller right now at 810-230-9777. And these tickets are yours. Also, if you don't have enough money to buy costumes for your kids for the holiday, the Halloween holiday, we've got an alternative for you. Free costumes. We'll tell you about it coming up on 103.9 The Fox.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Mel Mel. Since you guys are in the same room, but you're corresponding with us separately, do you ever do that with one another when you're in the same room? You text message each other rather than speak to one another? Does that ever happen with you guys? Because I know there are couples that do that. There are couples that do that. Yes. See, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Can be in the same room, and instead of talking to each other, let's use our phones to communicate. That's what the 21st century has brought us. Look at that. And they're answering separately, but at least they matched. I would have been a little bit befuddled if you two had given me different answers to that question. All right, the question is, who likes the new YouTube player? Is there a new YouTube player, Chris? Evidently there is, because I wasn't aware of that. Especially when Gary has upset you. Oh, well, hopefully that doesn't happen often. So is that your signal for knowing that one of you is upset, as if you start texting each other and you're in the same room? Is that the clue? Okay, we're not speaking to each other here, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But go and buy a gallon of milk on your way home from work. Could do that, right? YouTube changed the player. So does it look different now to you than it did before? I mean, you got the fancy new phone, so if it's going to show up anywhere, probably going to show up on yours first. Does it look any different than it normally does? It does. How so? How is it different? Is my head bigger? My God, we don't want that. How about, is it clearer? You're in the poo every day, but the depth varies. Once again, we're seeing you two are on the same page with this. We're learning the lives of Mr. and Mrs. Mel and how things go down over there. Mr. Mel has always got something to answer for, and Mrs. Mel is... So, Mrs. Mel, are you the one who basically sets down the rule of today we're using our voices versus today we're using our thumbs? This is now suddenly turned into a match game. I want to see if the two of them come up with the same answers to these questions. And no fair cheating. You can't say anything. You have to do your answers separately. Mel says Gary's mouth, that's Mr. Mel, his mouth gets himself into trouble. Isn't it always that way? Ladies, isn't it always that way? 5 very important words, Mr. Mel says. 5 very important words. Yes, dear. Quite right, dear. And Linda says if she's mad, she's not even texting.
Coming up, we got some more F My Life stories for you. And we're going to tell you where you can get free costumes for your kids for the upcoming Halloween holiday. Because, some people are just short. We get it. But there's some people out there that are going to make sure you don't go without a costume this year. We'll tell you all about it coming up on 103.9 The Fox.
All right, so Mel says when he asks if I'm okay, I say I'm fine. Then he's into trouble. You know what? I have seen so many times on talk shows that were relationship themed or just on social media, because there are an awful lot of psychologists that are on these apps. TikTok's real big for them. These couples therapists who say, if the lady says she's fine when you're asking how things are, and she says fine, life is anything but fine. That is the one real tell. That is the one real tell. If she says fine, it ain't fine. It ain't fine. Gary says it is how she says fine. The tone tells it all. The tone tells it all. Fine. How are you, dear? Fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I can see that. That would give it away. That would give it away. Did I get your submission? Yeah, you know what, Dale? I did. You guys tell me who this is. Tell me what this is all about. I got this photo from Dale. I want to know what this is. Because I don't know. I want to know what that is. That's Dale with his tie on. Sheila says that's Harry Potter. It is? Okay. Linda recognizes that as Harry Potter. Proof that I never watched that, for sure. I didn't know he looked like that. Mel's favorite line is dug upwards. Dug upwards. Tina says Dale's father. Evidently it's Harry Potter. Mel's favorite line is dug upwards. So in other words, you're in the hole and you have to dig yourself out of it? Is that what that means? Okay, well, I guess you guys were able to recognize Dale. That is his Halloween thing, Harry Potter. That is a Hogwarts uniform. Oh, all right. Okay. Mel says yes. Dig upwards, Gary. That should have been dig upwards. I see. But you guys are on the same page with your answers. So this is becoming a fascinating window into the world of the other side of the world. That is interesting. Another winner. And I tell you what, if we were actually playing Match Game right now, and we could maybe resurrect Gene Rayburn to do it, it would work out real great for Mr. and Mrs. Melmel, because they're just rolling up points, matching all of their answers. They know each other. 20-some years has paid off for them. Sometimes you can get couples that have been together a long time, and if you put them on Match Game, they miss on every answer. Not those two. They know exactly what it is. And apparently we find out that Gary has to spend some of his time digging upwards. Are you even allowed to have an equal phrase, Gary, Mr. Melmel? Or is it always upon you to dig upwards? You're the only one who's ever in trouble? That would be what it is? Okay, apparently in the Dale household, if you upset Mom, then Dale's the one who has to dig upwards. The way he's talking. But it's always on you. I guess I'm not surprised. I don't know you well enough to think that I should assume that, but it usually falls on guess who in the couple to dig upwards. Always. Doesn't make a difference who they are. Okay, here's a difference of opinion. We finally run across one. Mel says it isn't always him. Will he recognize if it's not? It seems to me like the way you guys are talking, it's him often enough where he can just assume it is. Like all the time. .99.5% of the time, it is him. Mel says not always, and I guess that means that 0.5% of the time it's you. Well, I'm going to tell you, we've learned a lot today. This has been an educational session. We're about ready to wrap things up. Thank you very much for your attendance and your attention, and particularly the Melmels playing the match game today. They ended up with 1,270 points because they got almost every single answer matched perfectly. Let's find out what happens next time. Next time will be maybe tomorrow. We're going to be on TikTok from 6:30 to 7, Facebook 7 to 7:30, 7:30 to 8 Twitch, and then 8 to 8:30 we will be on YouTube right here again. And hopefully the replay of today's doesn't get taken down because of some type of copyright infringement, because Life with the Melmels, we want to make sure it's still up there so that people can understand it and maybe be as in harmony as they seem to be. in their own respective relationships. So have a pleasant, peaceful, productive Wednesday. It is hump day, so behave accordingly, and you know what that means. And we'll come back here in the Hal Hole tomorrow morning with your friends, the Hal Raisers, okay? Gary puts his foot in his mouth. Let's see if he can take it out by tomorrow, okay? Okay.